We're finally here. This will be the final episode before our live show at Con Bravo, happening this Saturday at 1:30 p.m. in room 314, The Lair. At that panel, we will record the episode immediately following the one you're about to hear. You can find out more at conbravo.com, and day passes are available at the door, and I think you can still buy your weekend passes now. But we can't go to the panel until we share with you the final story in the legend of Dapper Joe. On the far reaches of the apocalypse world, Ares, the invincible Grunkus, and Dapper Joe, well, they hit the hornet's nest, killing the leader of a cult of carolers. They have the full might of their enemies barreling down on them. The very future of D-Town now lies on their shoulders. And at the end of this hour, Dapper Joe will begin his journey to the hammer. And our soldiers, besieged by the armies of the apocalypse world, they are your terrible warriors.
Greetings, terrible listeners, and welcome back to this, the fourth, but not final episode of the Edmonton Cruise chapter of our amazing 9-episode Toronto-Edmonton crossover saga of Apocalypse World, culminating in our 5th/9th episode at Con Bravo 2017 in Hamilton, Ontario, running from July 28th to 30th. Visit them at 2017.conbravo.com or just conbravo.com. Find them on Twitter at tweetbravo, or find them on Facebook as Con Bravo 2017. We're not sure what day or time we're running on, but the moment we know, you'll know. And I'm joined with
Will Mitchell,
Wes Gunn, Shane Fitzgerald.
And we got to bring it all together in this episode. As in the past 2 episodes, our characters, the brainer known as the Invincible Grunkus, the driver known as Ares, and the battle babe known as Dapper Joe, have accidentally killed off between 1/4 and 1/2 of the cult known as the Carolers, who hunt out secret cannibals. Grunkus accidentally discovered that one of the local veterinarians named Jackabacaba was a former or possibly current member of the murderous pyromaniacal cult known as the Men in White. And Derek forgot his clipboard full of information.
Shame this man.
Yep.
Shame.
And Dapper Joe has discovered a very high-tech gun, possibly coming from the mythical hammer. And they've decided to search down the trader who sold it to the guns dealer named Balls Dremmer at the bar known as Millions of Rum. Millions of Rum, of course, being run by, we're going to say, a woman named Layla Fleece. I love the list of random names in here.
I imagine that Layla Fleece has like super fucking curly white hair.
Yeah. I just went to like a song thing there, like Layla, whoa 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 Layla.
Nice. I love the classics.
And as you enter, there's people sitting around by guild, people sitting around by gang. You've got the leather workers. You've got a couple of bunkers at a table in the corner, the bunkers being like the local heroes.
Yeah.
And sitting off in a corner of the bar, there's one guy. His clothing it's stitched together, but it's stitched together in a very noticeable pattern. It's in blue and white. And he's got a giant pack beside him. And he is drinking quietly off on his own.
Well, we can't have that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to approach the man in the corner.
Look at him. He's approaching him. You approach that.
What do you say to him?
I'm very interested in what you say to him and how you interact with him.
Because if you don't, the Grunkus will.
Or I'll open my pinky.
Wow, that's a threat right there.
Yeah. Actually, in a social situation, I'm more the loose cannon.
That's true. Well, everything the Grunkus tries socially is kind, but totally fucking backfires.
Anyways.
Evening there, stranger.
Evening.
Your bag there, you wouldn't happen to be a trader, would you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Lifts glass to lips, takes drink.
They call me Dapper Joe. Do you mind if I have a seat?
Go ahead. It's a free country. At least it used to be.
Right. I sit down with him. You wouldn't happen to have just dealt with my friend Ball's drummer, would you?
What's it worth to you to know if I have?
All right, so I lean in so we can
Yep.
speak a little bit more quietly. He showed me a certain something that he said a trader got for him from out east.
Well, a lot of valuable stuff out east. I'm sure you're a very proud new owner of whatever it is.
I am. I'm a little curious about it. It doesn't seem to be complete.
Well, this theoretical trader, I'm sure, sold what he or she might have had for a price that Mr. Dremmer would have found appropriate.
I'm looking to kind of get the missing pieces of the puzzle. I have a feeling this trader may or may not have them, but at least know something about them.
Those sound like they might be expensive pieces of the puzzle.
I have no doubt.
In fact, you'd
I'm
probably
sure
have to jingle pretty hard to get your hands on them.
I'm sure an arrangement can be made.
Well, you could start by buying a stranger a drink.
Joe smiles and I like the way you do business, and orders up a couple of drinks.
Okay. Imagine this stuff is made by like fermenting mushrooms or something.
Yeah.
Like this is terrible. So this is like mushroom whiskey.
Yeah, mushroom whiskey or like some sort of like
Yellow-
fermented goat milk.
Yellow Thunder. It's fucking piss.
Yeah.
This episode brought to you by Made for Human Consumption Whiskey.
Warning, not actually made for human consumption. This is something from the whole game where Tom took this long, actual, careful look at what he was drinking at one point, and it just when the bottle has big letters "Made for Human Consumption" whiskey on it, he turns it around, he finds in the small print warning, "Not actually made for human consumption."
Love it.
Do not administer internally.
Right, so yeah, I'm gonna try read person.
Sure.
Where's the other?
Read a person. Roll me plus your sharp. Oh, that's a 9. Read a person. Hold 1. While interacting with them, spend your hold to ask them a question. Is their character telling the truth? What is they really feeling? What do they intend to do? What do they wish that you do? And how could you get them to do blank? You can ask 1.
Okay. How could I get him to give me the pieces of the gun?
He doesn't have all the pieces of the gun. But if you were looking to buy another piece off him, it'd probably require you to spend a fair bit of jingle.
Okay. It's probably...
Actually, jingle or
Transport.
find out what it is that he wants beyond the money.
All right. Okay, so once we get our drinks...
Yep.
So... I'd say this is a half decent start. You know, quality of the whiskey notwithstanding, of course. I have to admit, money might be an issue, but I am known for offering a variety of services.
Yeah,
The Grunkus jingles loudly as he goes to get a drink.
I have heard tell of Dapper Joe. They say you killed a lot of men. Of course, they also say that when you're in a room, somebody always drops dead. And you do notice that there are a lot of people who are definitely not sitting near you.
Let's just say I have a not. I know I'm struggling for the words. Let's just say I have a unconventional relationship with death.
Well, I like this.
Generally speaking, I have no issue with people who are just looking to make a living in this crazy, tattered remains of a world that we live in. You seem like an honest sort. You have nothing to fear from me.
What if I wanted somebody else to have something to fear from you?
Like I said, I'm sure arrangements can be made.
Say I had an acquaintance who might be in D-Town, who I wanted to be very acquainted with the ground. In fact, maybe, spend a little time down in the ground. I think under those circumstances, you might be able to find the information that you're looking for.
All right. Tell me about this acquaintance.
A former business associate of mine who tendered his resignation from my organization under less than ideal circumstances. Well, I say my organization, it's one that I'm affiliated with. Let it be known, an individual whose, let's say, their head might fetch quite a good price for me from people I do business with. And in return, you might be able to receive a finder's fee by way of what you are looking for. And this guy looks very shrewd for just like a guy wearing dusty white and blue sewn together clothes with a big backpack beside him.
Yeah, this guy knows what's up.
That sounds like a fairly reasonable task.
Excellent. Well, this associate I am given to understand, this former associate of my associates, is a man by the name of Jackabacabaw. Nice. He does business in this town, I'm told.
You were told correctly.
Excellent. Well, I think we understand the stipulations of our gentleman's agreement. And the way you dress, sir, you are definitely a gentleman.
Oh, thank you very much. I do try to look my best, keep it professional, as they say.
That you do, sir. Well, if you are looking to find me later, go around Layla Fleece's and ask for Omi Wise Grome. That sounds like a Jedi name.
It's such a Jedi name.
Yeah,
Super
it does.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
How to make a Jedi name. Add random apostrophes to your own name.
Or take the
It's
syllables.
literally random syllables.
Yep.
He holds out his hand. Very good, sir. Come find me when you have the required appendage.
Well, sorry, the required appendage?
His head.
Yeah.
Right.
Gruesome, I know, but, I do need to provide proof of identification.
That's fair. And I have an associate who may be able to oblige us.
Excellent. Well then, sir, to business. Holds up his glass, blinks, drinks, and then returns to drinking by himself.
Nice.
That just instantly reminds me of the dinner scene from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The business. Eat!
In the meantime, since we're looking for flammables,
Yeah.
any chance that I could purchase some high-proof spirits here?
Yes. Spend 1 barter.
I shall.
So wait a minute. No, make me a barter check.
God damn, awesome.
There's a barter move in here, and I'm just going to make you use it.
Of course.
It is plus sharp.
Ah, good. Rad, 11.
Oh yeah, it's fine. You keep rolling so well on this.
Yeah, well, I only roll well on things that...
All the
like,
cool
don't
things
matter.
happen at 7 to 9.
I know, 7 to 9 is
7 to 9 is
result.
literally you go to the market to try and find meat to make a hamburger, and you now have a side quest.
Yeah, it's so good. Anyway, so I spend 1, and I now have some bottles of hooch.
Yep.
The best kind of boosh.
And what is Ares doing? Or did Ares stay with the car again?
No, I followed him along, but I'm trying to stay out of conflict because, like, every time I talk open my big yap, something awful seems to happen. So,
Well, you did name yourself Ares.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true. Besides that, I'm letting everybody have their time in the sunlight. I mean, I did kill half of a cult in vehicle combat.
Yeah.
we all had our hand, but yeah, you managed, like, man, you kicked their asses. So
Yeah,
good.
that's so good.
Out of curiosity, is there anybody around here who isn't Jack Baccabaugh who does any healing?
Yeah, you can find an actual doctor. It'll cost you more, though.
I'm fine with that. Since we have time while these guys are having
Okay,
business.
I'm gonna have it run you 3 barter.
Done.
So you will actually get, like, proper, full-on medical attention.
Nice.
They will heal 3 points of harm on you.
Please tell me he
Yeah.
insists to have his head bandaged up, or even though he didn't get injured in the head.
No, because he likes to feel Mother's caliper move cleanly around his skull.
And this is wasteland medicine, but this will be from like one of the doctors in town.
Yeah, like an actual proper doctor.
Yeah, that takes some time, so that's going to take you away from them for a little bit.
That's probably healthy.
Too much exposure to Vunsing can lead to such side effects, including Vunsing.
Yeah, that's true fact.
It's a circular problem.
And if you embrace it, as we know.
So what are you guys going to do now? You are now looking for Jackabacabaugh for actual reasons beyond the fact that he hit the Krunkus, which, to be fair, happens a lot.
The Grunkus has actual reasons. He thinks this guy's a fire monster from out east.
Let's
we want to
go,
go east.
Let's go find the motor pool.
Oh, the motor pool.
Because that's in my mind, that's kind of like there's like a place where people who have vehicles arrange
Park them. It's like where you parked your van.
Oh, no. The motor pool is a pond where, like, vehicles that can't really be repaired easily just get fucking dropped. Like, it's just like a field that floods.
Oh god, it's Carhenge.
Yeah, it's Carhenge.
Nobody knows how it came here.
You know what I'm really glad for is that nobody's brought in the cars cost less than a Tasquin joke. It seems like we're all from Alberta. And that's run from...
I don't even know that joke.
Well, thank
Oh,
God.
it's pretty good.
No, it's not.
I'm originally from Moose Jaw, so it's still funny for me.
Wait, didn't Sarah make that joke during the Cats game?
I don't know. We made a lot of jokes during the Cats game.
We do make a lot
Like
of
a lot of jokes about Larry King's head.
Yeah.
But about this carpool.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going out there. My thought, being a driver, is I'm going to talk to other people who happen to have vehicles and be like, "Hey, I'm looking for Jackabacabaugh. Has anybody taken a job to get him out of town recently?
Yeah, you know what? You go out there and somebody's actually really fucking mad.
Hey, what's going on?
That fucking veterinarian stole my car.
For how long ago?
I don't know, an hour ago maybe?
We need to get the Vunser.
Yeah.
I don't even. I keep forgetting your full name, but I'm like, I just get Vunsing stuck in my head.
That's because you've been vunced.
God damn it!
The Vunter has acquired more bandages
Yes.
and is now high on something.
Fuck yeah.
This is turning into your strange character.
A little
No,
bit.
no.
No, he hasn't accidentally diagnosed somebody's goiter problem yet. And no ladles have appeared.
Dr. Fritz is far more lucid than the invincible Grunkus.
Anyways,
Yeah. This is like an actual like hospital infirmary setup. I mean, to be fair, these people have learned medicine out of half-burnt, charred textbooks and stuff passed down from their grandma,
Well, a lot of experience.
who was the town doctor before them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're gonna go get.
Yeah, you go get the Grunkus.
Yeah, the invincible Grunkus comes along.
Yeah. We get in the van, and I'm going to try and make up time, which is going to suck because I'm not in my sporty car, which is not really a sporty car, but that's okay because the Apocalypse makes everything sporty.
Yeah.
But instead, I am in the war wagon.
Yep. And you get going.
Yeah. Hang on, Miss Daisy. We've got a drive to make.
You've got 2 corpses in your car.
Yep.
It's my way of talking out the other corpse. Why do you have the corpse of that guy in the car? Well, what, you're not going to balk at the skeleton? You're going to balk at that? Like, come on.
Yeah, no, the sheet falls off him as you're bouncing along the road, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you seatbelted him in.
Oh, I see Builder Man.
Of course you did. And he's just flopping around whenever you hit a bump.
Yeah. Actually, because I assume the invincible Grunkus is in the back. Definitely gonna like take like this new fancy gun and like use it to like prop up his head.
Okay.
And so like stick it under the seatbelt along the front of him, so like the barrel is just on his chin, so that he can just kind of bounces on the gun barrel and it's supposed to like flopping
I
around.
hope that thing's not loaded.
It's not complete.
Okay, good.
Well, you can shoot some guns if they don't have a stock. Depends what parts are missing.
No, it's a little more,
Incomplete than that.
yeah.
So anyways,
There's a barrel, but there's no housing for the barrel.
Okay, so it's literally like no receiver or anything. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Although, you can still shoot those, but you shouldn't.
excuse me. So, we're going to go after Jack.
How are we tracking them?
How are you tracking Jackabacaba?
Use your brain.
Okay.
Roll plus weird.
Open
Access
up
the
my
psychic
brain.
maelstrom. Don't fail.
I did great. I got 10.
You got isn't your weird plus 3?
No, it's plus 2. And ding, I level.
I give you good detail, and you level. What are you going to pick up as you level?
In-brain puppet strings.
I mean, you could pick up a move. You could also, if you look at your
Oh, yeah,
improvements
no,
there.
I can also bump a stat, but
Yeah.
again, failure
Okay.
is fun. 7 to 9s are fun. Mind
All right.
control's more fun.
Okay, cool. Take it. Gives you good detail. He done go that way.
Okay.
You see out of his eyes as he's rattling along in this car.
Nice. So yeah, the Grunkus kind of like shudders a little bit, and you hear that static in your ears again. And he just starts to like describe what's around the guy, and you start to see like, oh, there's a landmark over there. Like,
As he drives past, going down the road, not a lot of landmarks along, but he passes by a hitchhiker on the side of the road. This guy just wearing like blue coveralls.
right?
Crazy hair, just holding out his thumb, and then waving his hands and gesturing wildly and angrily as the car just goes past him.
Okay. Find the man in blue. He's mad.
Yep.
Steam.
Yep. You see up on the distance as a hitchhiker in blue walking along the side of the road.
What do you think, guys? Should we pick up the hitchhiker? A lot of porn movies start out that way. Also, a lot of horror movies start out that way.
You're already living in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Also, you're trying to catch up with someone, so the answer is probably no.
So
Gesturing wildly and angrily.
we'll get him on the way back.
Why am no one pick up your torque? There's some stupid apocalypse.
Okay, so we continue to chase him.
Yep. And, Wes, I'm going to get you to start giving me some driving moves. I'm going to get you to roll. Driving moves for Sheedan. Overtake another vehicle. Roll plus cool.
Oh, that's a 14.
Dude, you're rolling so good.
Okay, on a 10, you overtake them and draw alongside. Well, that was easy.
I'm getting away. Woo, woo. Hi. Pull over.
Shane, do you want to lead out the sliding door?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You want to shoot him, or do you just want to try and get him to pull over? Or do you want to do your thing?
Do the thing. Yeah, I'm doing
So we
my
want to
thing.
kill him.
Okay, roll plus weird.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Is that a 5?
That is a 5.
What does it say happens on a failure?
On a miss, you foresee your own death and accordingly take -1 throughout the battle.
You foresee a possible death, which is where his car swerves into your car while you're leaning out with the gun and trying to get a good lock on him. And then, as the two cars separate, you fall out between them as you go over a bump in the road. Then the cars pull together again, and first, the car, Jackabacabaw's car drives over you. And then, as it's driving over you, the battle wagon smashes into it again and also drives over you. And the hitchhiker loots your body.
Shitty.
You twerk think this is weird place.
Then you fall back, you basically fall back on your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks. I really like that power.
It's such a good power.
50-50 ain't bad, though.
Yeah.
Well, he hit me in the head, so I'm going to hit the inside of his brain.
Sure.
So, that
Yep.
was all just, like, what I foresaw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
and
one
you-
thing
then
that
you-
can happen.
Yeah. For you, it's always one possible future. So then you basically throw yourself backwards from the open door.
Yeah.
And you're spooked for the rest of the encounter.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
actually not bad. That's not a bad fail thing.
Oh yeah, it's pretty,
Yeah.
and it's pretty generous. 'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of the times failure in this game.
Does that
harsh.
does that count towards my experience at all, or what?
Did you roll plus weird?
Yes.
Then yes, it counts towards your experience. You level up.
Woo! I think we'll level
Not
up
yet.
At this point.
Getting
Okay.
close though.
Yeah, you got to be getting close.
There's one.
Yeah,
way.
one more.
Yep.
Okay, I would like to go aggro via direct brain whisper into his head.
Okay.
I basically just want to like swell his brain until he has to stop, so he can do nothing.
Give me
but
a roll.
Deal with the cluster headache. That's more like it. 9.
Okay, going aggro. On a 7 to 9, you can choose one of the above or one of the following. Get the hell out of your way, barricade themselves securely in, give you something they think you want, or tell you what you want to hear, back off calmly, hands where you can see.
I want him to give me something that he thinks I want.
Which is probably...
To pull over.
Yeah.
He asked.
Yeah. Well, you also hit him with the 1 point of damage, because
Yeah.
he's resisting, so...
Yeah, 1 harm.
Yeah, no, he drives into a ditch.
Great.
I follow him without crashing my vehicle.
Okay, you just pull up easily beside him. You're the driver.
Yeah,
This is your shit.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm good at it.
Plug him in the chest. Take his head.
Yep.
So you get out. He's going to get out as well. He hauls a flamethrower out of the seat with him.
Of course he does.
Who wants to engage Jackabacabah?
I do.
Yep, hands up. Everybody.
Well, this is single combat, really. One of you can assist.
Yeah.
Who wants to actually be the combat primary, and who wants to assist?
You're actually a better combatant than I am with your higher cool.
He has
But he's also
yeah.
thinking -1 right now because he's freaking out about his own death.
Wait, is
and
it
it's hard to attack.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that actually is me then. Because,
Then do it.
yeah.
Okay, Will, do you want to make your history check with Wes
I
there?
absolutely do.
Roll 2d6, add your HX to it.
Awesome. 7.
Okay, take a +1 to your roll.
Cool. Out comes the old hand cannon. Kick open the side door. Your door is ajar. Bang!
Okay, you are going to exchange attacks with him.
Okay, so it's a 6 plus my hard of 7 plus.
So, okay.
8.
Yeah, so you got a 7 to 9.
Yep.
On do battle.
Grunkus is helping out by just like still fucking with his motor controls.
Yeah.
Because I'm slowly developing my mind taking.
Okay, on a 7 to 9, choose one. You inflict terrible harm, or you suffer little harm.
I'll inflict terrible harm.
Okay, so you're going to inflict 4 harm on him.
Yep.
Okay, he is going to inflict 4 harm on you, as you are set on fire.
Okay.
So give me a roll and add +4 to it, as we do your harm check.
12.
Okay, the MC can choose one. You're out of action, or it's worse than it seemed, take an additional harm. Well, you are on fire.
So I'm out of action.
Yeah. You're going to take
you're
four,
running
you
around
mark
screaming.
4 harm,
Okay, cool.
and you stop, drop, and roll, which is going to take you out of the fight.
Yeah, that's fair.
At 4 harm on an NPC, he is probably not a happy camper.
Virtually dead.
Usually immediately fatal, but sometimes the poor fuck has to wait to die mangled and ruined.
I hit his flame tank.
Yeah, I mean, you are... Okay, you hit his flame tank, it explodes as he hits you with the fire, and then the shockwave hits you and bounces you off the side of the van.
Oh, that would feel awful.
Yeah.
Well, you did just take 4 harm.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
From one single attack,
Yeah.
because it is a fucking flamethrower. So he's rolling around. He's on fire. He's burning to death.
I'm rolling around.
You're on fire. You are also theoretically burning to death, but you'll at least put the fire out eventually. What's Dapper Joe doing through all of this as you're slowly coming to terms with your own mortality?
Yeah.
Save the head, save the world.
Yeah.
Says the unvincible Grunkus into your mind.
You're going to pick up one of the big cutting tools at the back of the van and just try to run over and get the head off before he completely shuffles off this mortal coil.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Okay, I'm going to have you roll plus cool to do something under fire.
Okay.
So there's no fire.
So -1, so you're just going to be adding a total +2 to the roll. Barely!
Bare minimum.
You get it, but you flinch. You're going to take 1 harm from the fire.
Okay.
Because you flinch away as he rolls at you. You get the head and a bit of shoulder, and I'm going to need you to make me a harm check.
All right.
So you're just going to roll 2d6 and add +1 to it.
8.
Okay. On a... Okie dokie. Harm. Where the feck is the bullocking harm? Degrees of harm. Less serious. To inflict harm. Yes, I'm aware of that. When an NPC takes harm, where are my freaking harm consequences? Okay, this document is not the best organized. You would think the harm rules would be with the harm moves. You would think that. Harm and healing moves. Suffer harm. MC chooses one. You lose your footing. You lose your grip on whatever you're holding. You lose track of someone or something you're attending to. You miss noticing something important. You cut the head off, and you lose your grip on it, and you basically have to go chasing after it.
Yeah.
Like a bad 30s movie.
And so it gets more banged up along the way.
Right.
So now his buddy's on fire. His other friend's chasing the MacGuffin we're after. So the
Oh, and you dropped the thing that you used for the cutting because it was on fire.
Right.
Yeah. So the invincible Grunkus is going to get some more help to put out the fire on his friend. So he's going to unbuckle Dustwitch, grab the corpse, and then
The
run
gun
up.
clatters to the ground as you
Yeah, that's
unbuckle it.
fine.
Yep.
He does not care about the gun. He's going to grab the corpse and sort of like yell into its face, "Now you will do good!" And then he yells at the fire, "Take him instead!" And starts patting him out, patting out Ares with the corpse.
I don't even know if there's a role for that.
No, he's
other
just-
than my stunned silence. It wouldn't be a terrible Warriors game. It was supposed to be to file the corpse, apparently.
Wouldn't be the apocalypse, so that's disrespect to a dead body.
And we just broke Wes.
I suggested it to him.
I was thinking the same, though. It's definitely going to happen.
How you doing, Shane?
Oh, I'm just tired.
Game's almost over.
I know.
Just hold on for 20 more minutes. Okay.
So with difficulty, we put out the fire.
Dapper Joe gets the head.
Rex.
It's mostly still recognizable. I mean, it's slightly less, especially in the back.
If we bring in the remains of a flamethrower, though, that's probably also pretty telling.
Yeah.
Then unless nobody knew about that.
But this guy did, clearly.
Did he? Or was he just doesn't like vets?
Although he implied pretty clearly that that he left an organization that I am associated with on unfriendly terms. And this guy left the men in white. So.
I missed that part.
Does anyone want to search the? Do you want to search the trunk, Shane? While the Grunkus is putting out Ares?
I will search the trunk. Yes.
Okay.
To be fair, Dustwood is putting it out. I'm just helping.
What you find that he has a bunch of duffel bags together. Some of them have meds. There's some barter in there. There's some basic weapons, and there is a stitched together white hazmat suit.
No, you can't have that.
No.
And of course the car, which technically belongs to someone else, but it's the apocalypse, so you know.
Finders keepers. But yeah, does it have fuel?
Yeah.
We'll take the fuel and be like, oh, it's in a ditch over here. Also, then the hitchhiker can find it and be like, fuck, it can't run.
Oh, believe me, the hitchhiker can make it run.
Yeah, most likely.
Speech work.
You will never find the car. Will never be found again.
Fair enough. I'm happy.
In
with that.
this reality.
Yeah.
What happens when it's taken into the strange? Who knows?
Find out in several weeks.
You can't catch me, you have not catch me, you Torque motherfuckers! You Torque have magic fly car, but Derek shut up about that now.
So yeah, we put everybody out. We searched the trunk,
they catch
the
him.
stuff.
And then they actually do catch him. You Torquem have your badge number.
Oh, dearie me. You drive back to D-Town now?
Yep.
Yes. And now that Dustwitch has done his good, we're going to leave him there.
Yeah.
Some initiation of our portion of the Apocalypse Road campaign is we left the cult leader bird dead in a ditch, about 40 miles away from where we actually killed him.
Next to another cult member who also is burnt in a ditch.
So when you get back to D-Town, the town is going nuts.
That's fair.
There's almost like no one around the outskirts except for a very haggard-looking gnarly mercer whose slice stick is covered with blood.
I imagine I pull up
And,
and I open the door and I'm still smoking a little bit.
Yep.
Hey.
You're going to want to head back out of town, Arius. We got some bad shit going on down there.
What happened?
Carolers have gone nuts.
Why?
Well, first they started burning folk, and I mean, they do that every year, but now they're just I don't know. They say that somebody killed their boss, and apparently there was some kind of wreck with all their stuff, just a mile or two out of town.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the heads up.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
No.
Give me a roll to manipulate.
No! Can I just opt out of the roll and not say anything? Oh, 9.
Oh,
So
yeah.
8.
Oh.
Pull it out with a fire. Wow.
I am injured and unhappy and taciturn. And on 7 to 9, they'll go along with you, but they need some concrete assurance, corroboration, or evidence. Just like, I'm on fire. I've been doing other stuff. I go into town now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, though, Ares, you do not want to go in there.
I've been lit on fire.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
If you could bring the invincible Grunkus and his friends what we seek, another...
Look... Most of my guys have gone back into town to try and keep the carolers from just killing random people.
Part of me just wanted to thanks for the heads up, and just close the door and then put the van in reverse just to get that beep, beep.
Somehow that survived the apocalypse.
Apparently the doors ajar survived the apocalypse.
Are you kidding me? That's the only part of those vehicles that didn't break.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, unless it broke to just fucking go off all the time.
So, while you are standing there are people screaming, there's gunfire,
Yeah,
you see
it's absolute
smoke going
chaos.
up in the town, yeah, it's going nuts.
Well, we need to find the guy. I would like to use my brain to find the guy.
Give me a roll.
Nothing like,
Open yourself to the psychic maelstrom.
Nothing like having a freak out in front of a fucking cop. I did okay. I got a 10.
Excellent, yep. You,
Where's he at?
he is running away.
Naturally. he's a
But
smart
he is
man.
trying to run through town because he doesn't know the layout of D-Town, so he's actually gotten lost.
Oh, damn it all.
I can find him.
And as he's running past that,
shall find him.
and you can kind of see out his eyes as he's running past an alleyway. He sees out in a square, like the carolers are literally dragging people out of their houses, kicking and screaming,
Oh shit!
and like piling them onto pyres.
Great.
This is much worse than the occasional blizzard of cannibals.
Oh no! I mean, the carolers are killed 4 or 5 people a year. Maybe one of them might actually have been a secret cannibal.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: you guys don't really know how many cannibals there actually are,
Yeah.
and how many of them even survive the winter.
Yeah.
For all we know from our characters, the cannibals could be a myth that the carolers just used so they can murder people.
Yep.
Exactly.
So fuck these guys.
And they have gone like full implosion.
I mean, this is a little excessive, and we only killed half of them.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
But hey, we killed half. Want to get the full set?
You know, we will kill every man, woman, and child in D-Town until those responsible for killing our brothers and sisters are brought to us.
Just walking along looking for our
So you get out of the van.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, leading the way. The invincible Grunkus is gonna sort of pipe up. The least vincible thing is to be honest
What, and just say that we did it?
and finish what we started.
What do you think, Joe? It means less people would die.
Yeah.
Scarcity is an illusion, but low populations are facts.
He's got a point. This is our fault. Specifically, this is my fault.
Yeah.
Well, technically, it's his fault. I mean, he's the one who kind of started the whole thing by cursing Dustwitch
I
Crin.
really love how we forgot when I lit a guy on fire.
I did tell him to fuck off.
Yeah, we all had a hand in it.
Hey, all right, fine. Let's do this. Middle of town square.
Yep.
Okay.
Showdown. Big damn heroes.
Hey, fuck you. Bang!
Oh, wow.
You just open and fire. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to actually hurt someone, or are you trying to go aggro and get a reaction?
Basically, like, when he's like, I am looking for the person who did. That's what I want to do.
You just, you know what? I'm going to let you sucker someone when you attack someone unsuspecting or helpless, if you could miss. If you could, treat it as going aggro, but your victim has no choice to cave and do what you want. If you couldn't, you simply inflict harm as established.
Nice.
Just give me a roll to, let's see if you hit him. What's plus your hard?
Oh, yeah.
11.
Oh, yeah, you put a bullet right through his head.
Yeah.
Blam.
Bang! Will anyone else attempt to fill his shoes?
I now look to Dapper Joe as at the outset of combat. First of all, he is the battle babe, so combat is sort of his domain. Second of all, he is the chooser of the slain.
Alright.
Bring that hurt.
Now, at this point, you could do something like state that if you get your 10 plus, you could state that Omi-Wise Grome will definitely survive.
That'd be a
And point out probably inevitably several members of the carolers who are going to die.
Okay, I'll give it a shot, so I'll roll plus my weird.
Plus your weird. Does anybody want to help out?
I took an action, so it's gotta be you.
Yeah, fuck, I'll do it.
Okay, so Will's going to roll first, just so he can see if what he's rolling to your roll.
Or how that I fuck up. I did alright.
Ooh.
Plus 1, so that's an 8.
Take a plus 1 to your roll then.
Awesome.
So it's going to be plus 2 total.
Are you kidding me?
What the fuck?
Wow.
What the fuck sticks?
Dude,
So how does this go bad?
I don't know.
Give me one moment.
I have no words.
I'm trying to figure out if there is roll.
What you looking for?
I'm trying to see if he can at this point take a battle babe move that will let him do a reroll on it.
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty rare thing.
Yeah, or at least something that will push him.
Not from a 4.
Wes, I'll let you because you started the murder spree.
Sure.
Give me a roll plus your HX. I have a way of doing this. Just do the roll.
Nice.
9.
Great. That's plus your HX to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Shane, you've done a weird check. I'm going to say mark down perfect instincts. You're going to take one forward on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to let that... I'm going to let you go with the... with having the thing go off. As basically, you're walking in there. The psychic maelstrom starts coalescing around the Grunkus. And you're in that... You're in the zone where it's like there's death in the air everywhere. And your instincts really just kind of time in on it. Point to who you want to die.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's what the power does.
Yeah. Declare...
Who dies, who lives.
Oh. Okay, so...
Or you can just declare that you definitely want the traitor to live.
Oh yeah, I want the traitor to live.
Okay, so you just straight up declare you guys are going to find him alive.
Yes.
Okay. Now then, combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm staring at you guys. I'm waiting for you to...
Right, yeah, because
We initiate everything,
Yeah.
right? So, there's somebody who's, dousing people with, accelerant, right?
Yeah, he's dead now. He took a bullet through the head.
There's only one?
No, there's one guy with the accelerant who's screaming and talking crazy as
Yeah.
other people are tossing people on the fire. The guy with the accelerant is now dead.
Okay.
Because he was the one screaming crazy that...
Okay, is there another guy?
There are lots of other guys.
Okay, sorry. I thought this is irrelevant. I pick a guy, and I'm gonna mind control him. I'm gonna run up to him and just push him towards the fire. As I do so, I would like to input the just stand in the fire.
Give me a roll.
Command. Because puppet strings are fuck me 6.
What happens on a fail?
The standard. On a miss, you inflict harm upon your subject to no benefit. So yeah, just hit him with the shiny bag of hate, and the hooks and stuff scratch up his skin a little.
And he is now going to be involved in combat with you.
Yes.
Wes?
I pick one and just bang.
Okay, give me a roll for exchanging harm.
6 and a 9. So it's under hard, or... Yeah, it's hard, right?
Yep.
So 10.
Okay, single combat. You inflict terrible harm, and you suffer little harm in return.
Sure.
So you're going to suffer 1 harm back,
Cool.
and you will blow him away. So give me a roll with your 1 harm to see what happens from there.
9 plus 1 is 10.
Oh, dear. Yeah, nope, for harm, that is less than ideal. You're going to take an additional harm. You are now at...
I'm at 6.
Yep. Shane, what are you doing now that you have chosen who doesn't get slain? Are you just going to wade in?
Can't you just do that every turn?
Well, there's not really turns, right?
Oh,
No.
okay.
I'm going to take out my handgun and start shooting.
Okay, give me a roll. 7 minus 2. Why is hard the dump stat for this character? I mean, I know there's a move that lets you default it to cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shane, you're exchanging harm. So keep in mind that when you exchange harm, you pretty much automatically hit.
But you also take much.
Yeah. I'm going to say they're going to take 1 less harm because you're firing into the chaos.
Right.
So they take 2 harm. You are going to take 1 harm back, so give me a harm check.
Okay.
Just 2d6 plus 1. Now you roll high?
What on earth's going on?
You are going to end up having to retreat as a couple guys start laying down suppressing fire against you. So you're going to take 2 harm.
Okay. That puts me to 4.
Okay. And at this point, you guys don't have to keep fighting until everyone's dead. You can theoretically retreat now that you've sown a lot of chaos. And also because the fight's about to really turn against you at this point.
Yeah, how much are we outnumbered?
Probably about like 2 or 3 to 1.
Okay. Yeah. We could just run.
I actually have a plan.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
I'm going to throw the keys at Joe.
Okay.
I'm like, get him and get to the cars. I'll follow. And I'm going to lay down suppressing fire at these yahoos to buy time.
Okay, I'm going to call that going aggro on them.
Sure.
So give me a roll plus hard.
6, 7.
Okay, perfect. They duck down
Yeah.
as you do suppressing fire. Shane, I'm assuming that Dapper Joe is doing some suppressing fire as you basically grab... wow, I gave him such a weird name that now I'm forgetting
It's
it.
like an Omadiah.
Omi Wise Grome.
Yeah.
And you kind of drag him in the direction of the van.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to sort of go aggro on all these.
You're not going to be able
characters.
to go aggro on all of them.
I guess that's true. Well, I guess there's the guy who's right in front of me.
Yep.
Well, you know what? I just want to fucking hurt him. I'm just gonna snicker snack with my fucking cutters.
Okay, give me a roll to exchange harm then. Roll plus hard.
Well, that sucked. That's a 4.
Okay.
But I do get experience.
He inflicts one extra damage against you, so you're going to take 4.
Okay.
And give me a roll for the harm situation. You're probably gonna end up having to run away at this point.
Yeah. I was hoping to give him more cover. Yeah, that's a 12.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna force you to flee.
Yep, that's fair.
So you take 4 damage and you flee.
Yep.
So
the
you're
Invincible Grunkus makes his way out.
The Invincible Grunkus has been funced.
No, he is invincible. This is not what a funcing is.
Yeah, so you flee with Dapper Joe while Ares starts providing covering fire. You are going to get to the van and be able to get the fuck out of town as D-Town is starting to implode.
Can I not and sacrifice myself to get these two away in a heroic stand?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of the story I kind of going for. I'm badly hurt. The kind of setup here is that there's a lot of these cultists, and the only way that in my mind these two could get away would be to do that. That's kind of what I'm going for.
Yeah,
Right.
I was going to be going for the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is it. This is where you're going to end up losing the Grunkus and Ares.
Or at the very least where you lose sight of us.
You will definitely lose sight of them. Do they die? You don't know.
You didn't use your power on us.
Yeah.
No.
Nope. Do they die?
I actually
Listeners,
can't use my power.
you don't know either. Mm-hmm. What will happen to them? Who knows? Will we find out more? So in the epilogue, Ares, you escape with Omiwise Grome, and you drive away from D-Town. And he's actually kind of stupidly grateful because he's not the best in a fight. In fact, he's absolutely god-awful terrible in a fight. And he happily surrenders the information to you. You give him the head, and he's like, "Yeah, this is what I know. These are the markings on the map that you're going to look for." And you head off into the sunset. Is that cool with you?
Yep.
Sunrise.
Yeah. Yep. And that is where we are going to end off. However, this is not the final episode of... this is not the last time that you will see Dapper Joe. You will meet Dapper Joe again in Hamilton, Ontario, in our 5th and final episode of our combined with Toronto Apocalypse World campaign at Con Bravo 2017. 2017.conbravo.com, running from July 28th to 30th. Check them out on Twitter, Tweet Bravo, or you can find them on Con Bravo 2017 on Facebook. Come watch us do this thing. The episode will go up for those who can't make it, but you'll have to wait a week. People who come to Con Bravo will get to see it as it happens. First live performance, me and Shane are going to be there. It's going to be kick-ass. Come on out. Stick around for a 5-minute debrief. Take it away, Justin.
The Terrible Warriors has new episodes out every Tuesday and Thursday, and will return to normal programming in September. The Legend of Dapper Joe's story arc is now complete, which means you can head to our Patreon page at patreon.com/terriblewarriors to listen to the debrief episode, one last debrief before Con Bravo. And don't worry, the Apocalypse World is not done. This Saturday at Con Bravo at 1:30 p.m. in room 314, The Lair, both Toronto and Edmonton crews are coming together to continue the Apocalypse World for one more episode, episode 5, where the characters of Sanctuary on the Tuesday campaign and Dapper Joe from the Thursday campaign will join Derek and Justin as they co-GM one final episode to wrap up our 4th season. You can find out all the details at conbravo.com. And we're not the only ones going to the convention, of course. There's Team 4-Star, there's Linkara. Big Mike of the 404s is running D20 Live. And throughout that schedule, we have Terrible Warriors hosting panels of their own. Steve Saylor's doing Blind Gamer. Derek the Bard has Saturday morning cartoons. Tom White's hosting weird video games and unintentional comedy. Dr. Terrawad is kind of everywhere. Masquerades, trivia shows, D20 Live. If you're looking for him, he won't be hard to find. And even Cassie Chu is actually on staff at Con Bravo and runs the Indie Showcase. Head down there to the vendors hall and play some video games. Shane Fitzgerald and Bree Poison will be there, as well as myself, Justin Ecock, handing out postcards to anyone who wants to say hi. And you should follow us on Twitter at Dice Warriors, where we will be posting updates throughout the weekend for get-togethers and hangouts, and maybe even be a part of the debrief for the entire season. We'll have more to say next week when we release the recording of that panel. But suffice it to say, this show would not be possible without your support, especially if you're one of our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/Terrible Warriors. You made this year possible. You made our experiments worthwhile. And as the show continues to grow, we remember that it wouldn't be possible without Terrible Warriors just like you. Today's Terrible Warriors in this final episode of The Legend of Dapper Joe were Derek Burrow, Shane Fitzgerald, Will Mitchell, and Wes Gunn. We'll see you at Con Bravo in like 2 days' time. And the recording of that episode will be released either Tuesday or Thursday of next week, depending on how quickly we can edit that down. And so, I once again thank you. Thank you for sharing and liking, subscribing. Thank you for rolling dice. Thank you for telling stories. Thank you for supporting independent podcasters. And thank you for becoming a terrible warrior.